I was going to say two things. I'll take it all the way across to cynical. I'm very cynical of politicians and the system.
You are cynical?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Very, I think.
That's okay. It's okay. I get it.
Sorry, oops. I think we have a system, and it's a colonial system. We have a system that has shown us it does not work for people. It works for the rich and maybe the upper of the middle class. That's who it works for. And so, in my opinion, when decolonization is happening in Canada, and we see themes obviously that are happening in Palestine, when decolonization is happening, I think we can't have a system and build on top of a system. So we can't have colonial system and build on top of it with decolonization. It just doesn't work. The system needs to be dismantled. At the same time, and in connection to that, I think politicians have lost sight of what a politician actually needs to do. I think now it's a lot about how there is this party slogan that I need to follow. I need to make sure my party is the strongest, and I need to make sure to get the most amount of votes to sit in the seat and not do anything with them after. So speaking of getting their foot in the door, an MLA did get their foot in our house door actually one time, and they were going around canvassing, and we had been trying to get this MLA to say one thing about Palestine, to maybe come to a march or put a statement out, to even recognize any sort of campaign. And we had heard nothing until, I guess it was bad luck for her that day that she knocked on my door. And so I think I opened the door, and then I recognized who she was, and she recognized me, and then it was like a uh-oh for her. And so I was like, oh, okay, so Palestine. And the first thing is a provincial MLA. So the first thing she said was not my area of expertise, and not our area, is provincial, right? But at the time there's the Israeli wine ban that everyone's asking for. Maybe you should bring that up that's like the ask. It's the simplest thing. Russian vodka was banned within a week. And so that is something easy that they can't really say no to. But the reason they've been able to say no or ignore so far isn't because no one put politicians in the corner, which is where they always should be, I think. And so I think we should put pressure on the politicians, on the political system, on the government. That pressure should be there, because what it does is it makes the Zionist entity that's committing a genocide nervous, and it could potentially take away its resources. But at the same time, we should recognize that the government of Canada is not going to be the one that's liberating Palestine, and any actions they take is the bare minimum. And I do find it interesting that now a lot of the MLAs are starting to speak to people after the ceasefire, and not during or not in the first week. And sorry if that was like very negative, but it's, I think pressure, yes, because it makes Zionists and genocide nervous. But at the same time, it shouldn't be our main goal, and it shouldn't be where we put all of our resources, so that we don't get separated as the class that is going against the genocide.
Thanks, Sarah. Sean or Amy, you want to add anything?
Quick story. So Dr. Will Greaves, he's a newly elected Liberal MP in Victoria. He has a tenured position at UVic in international relations. And my approach would be what you described: build a relationship, and on several campaigns have taken that approach and had some success with it. But along with others in Victoria, just really disappointed that an MP who this area just was silent after he got elected. So there was one demonstration. Sarah, I can't remember if you were at the one, but it was at his old office. And, we're out there on the street in front, and tremendous support in Victoria. Like, it's incredible. I think it is turning. I think the tide is turning. And 3 days later, he was utterly embarrassed by this. So we just sort of bypassed the meeting.
Is this the MLA or the MP?
MP.
Okay.
So we bypassed the have a meeting. He wasn't returning emails anyway. So that was our cover story. So we just sort of blasted it, right? And he came out 3 days later with actually not a bad video statement, right? And then it was, I guess, about 2 months ago, a few of us went down to his new office, and as some of you may know, there's students in Gaza who have acceptance letters and funding to study at Canadian universities. And the government of Canada is preventing them from getting a study visa. It's outrageous. And this is somebody that should be speaking up. Is he speaking up on the inside? I don't know. We don't know. But we had a demonstration in front of his office, very visible.
So do you think you can follow it up now? Because that would be something really concrete, particularly given his academic background, to say, will you go to the minister and speak about these visas and the fact that they've been held up? I mean, it's criminal the way they've been held up.
It is.
I mean, that would be a very concrete thing that he could do internally, right? It doesn't mean a big public statement, but he could go to the minister, especially as a government member, right? And then you can go back and say, well, what did you learn? Did you get anything?
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And I mean, there's also the family. Everybody knows there's the family reunification, and it's a travesty across the board. And I still hear the Zionists and the fear mongering and the honest reporting suggesting everybody from Gaza is a terrorist. And I mean, this is outrageous. And the government is buying into this. They are listening to these voices, I think. And so we need to continue to challenge it. I will follow your advice.
Okay.
Thank you.